Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to our channel. This is Somerville Serpents, and today we're going to do a quick rack tour just to update you guys on what we now currently have in our collection, what we have breeding this year, maybe talk a little bit about future plans, what we're hoping to do for next year. But yeah, without that, let's jump right into it. Up first, we're going to show off, obviously he's not in the rack, but our newest addition to the family. We got a little green iguana. He's hanging out on there on the cool side right now. He's an absolute savage. Makes a mess out of his food and stuff like that. But he's kind of cute, so, you know, we like him. All right, so first up, matter of fact, very, very important, when you start touching your snakes, you're going to want to sanitize your hands. Make sure they're nice and clean. You don't want to bring in any outside diseases, germs, anything like that to affect your animals, especially when you're coming from other reptile shops or pet shops where you pick up your rats and stuff like that, transferring mites and who knows, other types of illness that could like devastate your collection. So we want to be very careful of that. We're gonna start in the quarantine rack today. So first up, we are gonna start with Celine. And I don't know if you guys can see that since it's a clear tub and clear labels, but Celine, she's our 2020 female pastel het hypopide. So I'm gonna go right into this. Okay, so first up, as you can see, I'm not going to take her up, she's hiding. But if you can see that girl, here, let me see. Oh, relax, girlie. I'm not going to hurt you. Sorry, mama. Let's get a little close-up of her. Very pretty pastel girl. She's holding her colors real well. Now, I don't know if that's an effect of the hypo or just because she's still, you know, she's a couple years old, but still kind of small. She's only sitting at about 750 grams. So I don't know if that's an effect of that. But so this is the direction we're hoping to go to. Maybe not the 2023-2024 breeding season. It might take a year more than that, seeing as she's only at 750 grams. But hopefully we can get her up to weight for this year's breeding season. We still got a few months, so we'll see. She's not too happy, so we're gonna close this up. You can hear her hissing like crazy. She's not too happy. I think we need to work on her a little bit with holding her and stuff like that. So that's something we're going to put some more time into, get her acclimated. We do have a lot of children in this household. They like to hold the animals. They don't want anyone getting bit. So we're going to put a little more time into this girl. Okay, next up, we have Hades. I don't know if you can see that label. He's a male 22 clown, 66% het hypo, 66% het DG. Very pretty boy. This is our first clown in our collection. So let's see, and him too, he loves his little hide. Let's see, give him some time to thing. I don't want to scare him too much. He's all balled up. Let me see, maybe I'll take him out, give you guys a quick little show. Hi buddy, I just want to tap him, let him know that it's not feeding time, take him, pick him up. Yeah, he definitely loves his little hide. So, let's see. Like I said, here's our first clown. He does have a good sized meal in him. So he's looking a little thick. He's sitting at a little over 300 grams. Look at that traditional clown head stamp. He's a very pretty boy. He does have some blushing coming down on the sides. Really light belly tracks on him and stuff like that. He's starting to really get some decent size to him. I'm hoping he's going to be ready to go for this year's breeding season, the 2023-2024. But we'll see. We are purchasing a backup male. He should be here within the next couple weeks. Just a fire triple hat hypo DG clown, 100% triple hat. So that's going to be our backup male in case he's not ready to go. That boy's a 2021, so he should be up to size. But yeah, so these are new additions. This is what we're hoping to get ready to go for next year. Obviously, if you can't tell the theme, we're going to go for a lot of hypo stuff, hypo pies, hypo clowns, DG clowns, hypo DG clowns. Fingers crossed we can hit some craziness like that, some crazy double and triple recessives. But yeah, so that's him. I'm going to put him back. And as you can tell, if you look in his enclosure, you can see he has a lot of hides, a lot of foliage and stuff like that. This is a 32 quart tub. He's only 300 grams. He was in something a lot smaller, so I had to improvise just to tighten up the space a little bit, help him feel a little more secure. As soon as we did that, he started eating. He's pounding weaned rats with no problem. So we're very happy to see that. All right, next up, we're gonna go, if you can see that, that's Rhea. She's our 2019 female Pastavi, which is pastel Mojave. She's a visual hypo, and she's 66% het for clown, 66% het for clown, 50% het for desert ghost. And she's a little grumpy girl sometimes. So, oh, look at that. We got some cleaning to do. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna do the same thing. We're in this business to provide pretty snakes to people and improve our collection and you know, grow our collection, have a beautiful, beautiful collection. I got it, bro. Thank you. Yep.
You just holded a snake.
Huh?
You just holded one.
That's okay.
You're supposed to hand
I know. That's okay. I know. I will in between. So as you can see, she has a beautiful, beautiful coloration on her head. That beautiful yellow coloration. She has that typical ghost or hypo look to her, where she looks all iced over or frosty or ghostly like, which is where the name ghost comes from with the hypo. This girl's sitting at about 950 grams, so without a doubt, I have no doubt she'll be ready for the 2023-2024 breeding season. Very pretty. I'm going to pass her off real quick, just so I can clean out her tub real quick. As you can see right here in the back corner, she did poop, so ew, that feels lovely. I'm going to take that out, get that out of here. Little urate. She's obviously not in our breeding plans for this year, so there's no point in leaving all that mess in there.
I have a question about breeding.
Hold on 1 second.
Ooh, girl. What are you doing?
So again, she is a pastel Mojave. The pastel, obviously the lightening of the color. The Mojave, it changes the patterns. Nope, right here on the bottom. Changes the patterns of the alien heads. Obviously the hypo is a lightening, brightening gene. Beautiful, beautiful girl, all white belly. She's a pretty, pretty girl. I can't wait to see if she proves out for clown and desert ghost. Obviously, we prefer desert ghost to clown, but I really prefer all three for her to be hypo, het for both desert ghost and clown. So can't wait for this year's breeding season coming up. See if we can prove her out for all three recessives. That will be amazing for us. That'll be a huge, huge push for us in our collection. We'll have some holdbacks out of that. Maybe breed it back to her, or If we prove out Hades, our clown male that's double het, then we can breed him to some of the babies and stuff like that. So, all right, excuse me. Next up, we have Calypso. This is our female 2021 Pastel Enchi G-Nex Het Pied. She was born very, very late in 2021. She was actually born the end of December. So she's only right over a year old. December, we got January, February, March. So she's only about 15 months old. She's sitting at a little over 500 grams. Very, very pretty girl. Let's see, we're gonna take her out too. Just a little nose tap, just to let her know we're coming in. I'm gonna go with the hook. Again, like I said, we're in this business to breed beautiful animals for people and to produce the best quality animals that we can to improve our collection. We're not in this hobby to get bit. Fingers crossed, I haven't got bit yet, so we're gonna keep doing what we're doing. Obviously, it's working so far, but as you can see, again, sorry girl, again, pastel, that beautiful light coloration. She's not super pastel, so she's not too bright on her head, but beautiful yellows, beautiful golds. You see that Enchi patterning. It changes the alien heads into these weird little,
Globes.
yeah, I don't know what you would call them. They're almost kind of like teardrops, like the clown, but not really. Back up a little bit, please.
Okay.
Yep. So, beautiful coloration. She is het for pied. So if you look on the belly track, she does have, especially towards the lower belly, she does have the black tracks on her belly and stuff. So I think this girl's gonna, well, she will prove out. She's 100% het. So she did come from a pied parenting. So she'll definitely prove out. So that finishes our quarantine rack. Another beautiful addition. Everybody in this quarantine rack right now. I got it, please. Thank you. Everybody right now in our quarantine rack is eating and eating real well. So we're hoping to just keep growing them. I don't know if I'm going to be pulling these guys out, if we're just going to get a quick shot, but we're going to go right down the line. Right now, this is one of our breeding females. Now, I do want to say real quick, our breeding season did not start at the end of October, early November, like typically everybody else's. We were still acquiring our girls, picking things up, trying to figure out what direction we were going to go in for our first year's breeding season. So a lot of these girls didn't even start getting paired until late December, January. So I know a lot of people are seeing ovulations right now or already have clutches dropped in the incubator and everything else. I'm fully expecting for this to be a late season. We only have one girl here that actually started getting paired with a male in November, and she wasn't even ours. We got her after that, so she didn't even start getting paired to our male till after that. So her clutch is going to be a Who's Your Daddy clutch. There was a Clown Banana she was paired to. There was a Mojave something that she was paired to that could produce bells, and now we have her going to our Pastel Yellow Belly Butter Boy, so we're also trying to produce bells. But she didn't get here until late January too, so fingers crossed. We'll hopefully at least get 2 out of the 3, possibly 4 clutches that we're aiming for this year. But so anyways, without further ado, watch your head. She's right at the top.
Hello.
This is, I'm just gonna boop her. She's not really scared. Back up a little bit. This is Athena. She's our biggest girl in our collection. She's sitting at about 3,000 grams. She's easily 5.5 feet tall, maybe a little over that. She comes up to my neck. I'm 5'8", so she's at least 5'6", 5'7", something like that. She's almost as tall as me. She is a pinstripe G-stripe, so 1 codom or incomplete dominant gene and 1 recessive gene. Get a little close-up of her. She's a beautiful, beautiful girl. I don't want to disturb these girls too much just in case, they're building and everything. They all currently are still on feed. So we got this girl right here. Next up, nope, I'm going right down the line. Next up,
Sorry.
It's okay. Next up, we have
Golden out.
Shiva. Now Shiva, she is our super pastel het pied female. Now if you can notice Shiva on the top of her head, she does have that extra blushing there. That's the difference between pastel and super pastel. You'll see that advanced blushing on her head. And again, I'm not going to take her out because Shiva is definitely building 100%. I'm already starting to see a little bit of a scale separation on her lower third area, her belly area. No, she hasn't ovulated yet. We'll see it. But she's definitely starting to get really big. She's putting on some serious weight. We did start her a little light in the breeding season where she was at like 1,300 grams when we started pairing her. She's put on a significant amount of weight. She hit the 1,500 gram mark. She's a monster right now. I would take her out and weigh her, but like I said, she's definitely building. And she wasn't even paired until after January. We acquired Apollo after that, and obviously we've noticed some visual locks. So, and he's a pied male, so obviously we're going for pieds with her. I'll show you guys him coming up shortly. So, yep, Shiva, super pastel, 100% het pied female, beautiful, beautiful girl. We're not gonna pull them all. Maybe we'll see. This is Kane.
No, I mean like take this up.
He's our 22 male piebald. He was hatched in the middle of the year last year, so he's almost at that size where he's almost at that size where he's ready to breed. He is a. Give it to her. Just stop her for a second, please. Give it to her. He's almost at that size where he's ready to breed. I'm hoping for him to be a superstar for us for next year's breeding season. He is just a normal piebald. He's just a normal pied, but he is a beautiful, beautiful pied. You can notice that orange coloration on his sides. Beautiful, high pattern, low white with some banding. Very, very pretty boy. We just recently popped him the other day, and we noticed he has started developing sperm plugs and everything. So he's right at that weight and right at that age and size where he could be paired to a female. But because we already have another pied male, we're not going to use him this year. Like I said, he will go into the 2023-2024 breeding season. This is probably the oldest snake in my collection. This right here is probably what sparked everything for me, getting another pied snake in my collection, remembering how beautiful they were, and the potential of the piebald was something that definitely made me want to get back into, not get back into breeding, but get into breeding, period. So that's Kane. Again, he's a 22, a male 22 piebald. I'm going to place him up.
Oh, that's hard.
Now he's a fantastic eater. Next, yes, please. Next, we have Thor. He is a 18. He's a proven breeder too. A male 18 Coral Glow G-stripe. So again, Coral Glow or banana, same thing. It's the same gene. It just comes from two different founders, two different lines of the same thing. One person founded it right around the same time as another person. One person named it Banana. The other person named it G-Stripe. They essentially have the same, Coral Glow. They essentially are, not essentially, they are the same thing. They do the same thing in your ball python. They both produce the black spots. They both have the same sex-linked gene where you have males that are male makers. Some males that come from females are female makers. And, yeah, like I said, it's a sex-linked gene in those, so the same thing, just two different lines of it.
What is that sound?
I don't know, I'll find it in 1 second. So he is hiding. Here's another very pretty boy of ours. Watch your hands. So again, Coral Glow G-stripe. You can see that stripe coming down his back pattern. He's a beautiful boy, very shy right now. He's another fantastic eater, although he did, I'm going to put this back over him. He did, however, refuse his first meal here last week. So I don't know if that's just due to the breeding season or... Yeah, I don't know. He is eating live, so he usually eats like an absolute monster. So, but that's okay. 1 week of a skipped meal is not that big of a deal. Okay, so next aisle, we're going to go right down. This is the girl that I was just telling you guys about. We got her in mid to late January. No, there's nothing in that one. There's something coming this weekend. Mid to late January. Watch yourself. So this is Isabella. She is our queen bee. Now, she is a pastel lesser spider. You can see what the lesser gene does in the spider. Brightens up the colors. Changes up the pattern a little bit to it. She's a beautiful example. This is another girl that we're hoping is going to go for us and hopefully produce our bell clutch this year. So a very pretty girl. She is still on feed, but if you see on her body right here, she's starting to get nice and thick in the midsection. Sorry about that in the background, people. It's my youngest daughter. Next up, we have Apollo. He's our male 2020 mahogany pied. Now, he is not a proven breeder, but like I said, he's the one that we were just talking about locking up the Shiva. He is locking up. He apparently seems to be getting the job done. We're hoping to produce some, everything's going to be pastel. So pastel pieds, pastel mahogany pieds, mahogany het pieds, and pastel het pieds. If we hit some mahogany pieds or pastel mahogany pieds, we're going to be holding those back. So in a couple years, we can put it back to him. But obviously, you can see a theme here. We're working on bells. We're working on pieds. We're going to be getting into the hypo and stuff. Everything else. 1 second. So, same thing. We're just going to train them. Yep. So, we're just going to put some hand sanitizer on. We're going to grab him real quick. As you can see, I have a thing for pieds. This boy is absolutely beautiful. Has to be one of my favorite snakes in my collection so far. Although I have something that's coming that is going to be new that I feel like you guys are going to love. It's something else that might put us to the next level, especially if we pair it to something else and make some crazy double, triple, quad heads with it. It's a gene that I think that everybody needs to have in their collection. But anyways, that'll be another video for another day. But again, a beautiful example of pied. A mahogany pied. He's absolutely stunning. So, yeah, that's Apollo. I'm pretty sure he's going to prove out this year as a proven breeder. It's a beautiful, beautiful boy. Put him down a little. All white. He has a couple little black freckles on him. See that pattern? That head thing? Right here. We're going to put him back real quick and get these last two done. Okay, so that's Apollo. Next up, we have Calliope. Now this girl, she holds a little special place in my heart. I'm sorry, this is our newest member, but we just picked her up from a friend. He is deploying for a tour of duty. Actually, tomorrow he's going to deploy. So he contacted me, asked me if I could do him a favor and take his girl for him. Now, she's nothing crazy. She is just a lesser, but she's going to help us with our bells project. And also, let me see, 1 minute. And also, this girl here comes from Mr. Brian Barczyk himself. at BHB Reptiles. So when he told me that he had purchased him from her a few years ago, I was gonna help him out regardless, but I could not refuse. I haven't purchased my own snake from Brian yet, but just a chance to get something from his bloodline into our collection was something that was huge for me. Means the world to me. Obviously, if you guys know, you're in this community and everything else, you know what's going on with Brian right now and the situation with him having pancreatic cancer, which is a terrible, terrible, terrible situation. So we're hoping you the best, Brian. I hope that everybody can go check out his page, or if you're in his area, book a tour to go see him at the Reptarium, or any way that you can show your love and support to him. Reach out to him, send him some comments, just let him know that you're thinking about him. What we're going to do here is we're going to breed this girl, hopefully get some bells this year, maybe put her to something else a little more crazy next year, and just continue his bloodline of ball pythons. This girl's going to be here to stay. She's not going anywhere. Brian is a huge, even though I've never met him, never held a conversation with him, he's a huge mentor to me in this community. I would not be doing this today without Brian Barczyk, without watching his videos, without the influence that he has on this community. He is a titan. He is a stable. He's the godfather of this shit, man. He's a positive influence on the people around him and the people that he reaches out to through his YouTube videos, through his snake breeding, and everything else that he does. That man's gonna have... He already has huge shoes to fill. I don't. When you think of ball pythons, that name is just something that comes up, along with Kevin at Nerd, with Billy at Mutation Creation, with Aussie Boys, and all these other giants. Miguel Garcia's worked his way up there now. All these other giants in the industry. I hope to one day be able to fill those shoes. But right now, obviously, we're small time first year. But anyways, shout out to you, Brian. I wish you all the best. Love and support and best wishings coming from my family to you and yours, man. One more time, just a lesser girl working on bells. We got her late. She's just getting into the rotation. But hopefully, who knows, maybe she'll still go for us this year. Maybe not. Then we'll work on it next year. But like I said, she's going to be a keeper. She's here to stay. Just for the sentimental value, even if we just keep her as a pet. And then last up, this is our little...
My back.
Yeah, hold on 1 minute, Mumu. Here, let Daddy fix it for you. So, next up, yes.
Can you film it my back?
Once we got 10 seconds left. Okay. Next up, this is our little rambunctious boy. Watch your head, Mumu. Now, Tut, this is our best breeder in our collection. He wants to lock with everything that he sees. He's a pastel yellow belly butter. He is looking to lock up with anything that he can. So, we're going to just...
Get back in your cage.
We're going to push him back in.
Don't hiss.
Come on, buddy. Come on.
He's hissing.
Yeah, I know. He wants to get out. Watch your hands. Watch your hands, please. Thank you. So, again, just showing him off. He is our best breeder. We might have to... Not might. We're taking him out of the rotation, I believe. He's been off food for too long now. He stopped eating at the beginning of the season, beginning of our season, so maybe January, maybe December, January. He went off food for us. He has eaten one time in between, and he stopped eating again the last couple weeks. His last meal was maybe 3 weeks ago now. So we're hoping that we can get him to take another meal, but if not, he's done. But we do have a male butter on the way. That is also something else that if Tut stays, if Tut doesn't continue to breed and stays off food for the next couple weeks, and this male takes over his spot, we'll still get the bells, but they'll all be het for something, which is going to be crazy. So our priority is just taking care of Tut, getting him back on food, having him in the best possible condition. He was sitting at about 1,200 grams. He's lost about 100 grams. He's down to 1,100. So I think it's time that we pull him. Unless he surprises me and eats this week again, then maybe we'll think about it after another week or two if he eats consistently. If not, then he's done. But he's definitely by far the best breeder in our collection. We'll lock to any of the girls we put him to every single time, for hours at a time. He's an absolute savage. But yeah, that's it. So I just wanted to give you guys this today, quick rack tour. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for visiting our channel. I hope you like the content. If you do, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, hit the like button, leave some comments down below. The comments will help us with the algorithm and help get this video out there. Also, we're at, I believe, 99 subscribers today. I checked. So one more subscriber, we're going to do another $50 giveaway. Or, shit, if it takes us a couple months and we get some eggs and we hit 100 subs, we might do a free snake giveaway or something along those lines. So, but yeah, anyways, thank you for watching. Peace, love, and blessings from my family to yours.